Hello everybody, I'm Robert here, or aka Robert, back here for another video. Today we're doing a Pokemon type list. Basically means, my opinion of all the types of Pokemon I use. S is most likely the ones I like using, and the ones under the D are the least using, then A, B, and C. A, B, and C are like good, decent, or mediocre, but I could still use them. So yeah. This is my opinion. You can write your opinions in the comments below. And, yeah. This is just my opinion. Everyone has other opinions. And let's just get started with this video. Grass types. I'll put grass types in a solid B tier. They're good if you have them. If you don't have them, it's alright. If you just have the right type of Pokemon to counteract water types, mainly water types. And also, most grass types are poison types, means psychic types can be good against them. But most of them normally are poison, but others cannot be. But in general, for grass types, I normally say B tier. I think they're a solid type, not bad. Fire types, I might put them in A. Because I think I always try and have a fire type on my team most of the time when I'm playing Pokemon. Because, they're good against grass, bugs, ice types. Steel types, they're good against a lot of types, and also especially if you get like a dual type like fighting. Firefighting is always a good typing to have. So having that as like your starter Pokemon is always good because they'll also be good against dark types and ground and rocks and resist fighting and be good against normal as well. So fighting and fire types are also really good. Water types are S tier. I always pick water starters in every Pokemon game I play basically. Scarlet and Violet, I picked Quaxley, but then I made another account of it and I picked Sprigatito instead. But I most of the time pick water types, and every time I'm playing a Pokemon game, you want to have a water type because water is the most abundant type in the game, and you could easily find a water type you like and want to use for your team. Also, water in general is just a good type. It's just generally a good type for the rocks, fire type, the rock, ground, fire types, and whatever typings you want, typings are good against them. Water is always a good type to have. Electric now. Same boat as grass, but also worser. I could go out. I think I could really not use electric types in mini games. I don't really use a lot of electric types, but if I need them to counter the water and flying types I'm fighting, I will grab electric type. Early game, especially, I think electric types are good, but after the late game, there's not a lot of water. Well, there's still like a decent amount of water types, but not a lot of flying types around. So, they're just decent. Normal types, I think normal's a C. I normally don't use normal types. I only use normal types if I have nothing else less to use. Like, if I need like an extra member on my team for me to use, I will use normal types. But if I have a full team with different stats, for example, like water, fire, ice, ghost, poison, and like I cover like a buttload of types with those, and I have like one extra spot left for me to have normal type with, I will pick normal, only because it's neutral against everything, and it's normal types are also just decent in general. Bug types now, bugs, I use bug types more than normal types. Because bug types are good against psychic types, and they're good against some other types. Bugs are bad though. Overall, they're weak against a lot of types, same with grass. But if I can get a bug type on my team, I will grab a bug type sometimes. If I have the space, I'd rather grab a bug type than a normal type. Flying is B, but better than electric, in my opinion. Having a flying type mon for grass types early game is good. Because I'm only using water types, I always try to get a flying type on my team. Because it's nice to have a flying type on your team when needed. And also flying types in general, they're good. They're good also, if you need to like go around the map, flying types, go around the map. They're good for that reason. So yeah. Fighting types, I think they're also going to be B. I think most of the types are going to be B because I don't normally use the types, but I think they're good. Fighting types are good. It's normal types. The only thing good against, only thing really good against normal, basically. And good against steel and dark, who are pretty decent types as well. And if you could have a flying type, I'll back a flying type on there to just cover the normal steels and dark types and ice type Pokemon if they ever pop up. And also ground and rock. I might bump fighting over the flying. Rock types, I'm gonna put them in C, but under bug. I don't really use rock types. I would rather use ground because ground is better in my opinion. Rock types are good for like the early game bugs and birds, and maybe the occasional Pikachu. Having a rock type would be nice early game. So, but you normally get rock types by like, but after the first game when most of the bugs and flying types will be at. So rocks are kind of mediocre. They're decent, but also not really great. Ground, I like ground a lot. I always like to have ground type Pokemon on my team because it's good against electrics, rock types. Most of ground types are rocks type as well, so flying, poison, good against ice, decent against steel, well good against steel. Ground overall, I like it. I always try to have a ground type on my team. And yeah, now we're getting now we have poison. One of my favorite types, I love poison types. I'm gonna put them in high A. I always like to have a poison type on my team. And you know, my favorite Pokemon is probably Gengar, who's a poison type, so you know, that does help. But I always like poison types because you know, the poison types, they're good against bugs and grass types and nothing really else either. But I like them, they're cool. And most of Pokemon are just cool. Ghost types, S tier, my favorite type in the game. I always like to have like Gengar or like any ghost type on my team because I just love the ghost typing. It's just such a cool. I just like ghost types in general, and they're also good against you know psychic types and you know about a lot of other types. Resist normal types, basically immune to them. Same with normal with ghosts, but you know, ghost types are always nice. Psychic types, highest B, I think. I think I always like to have one, you know, for the ghost types, the poison types, you know. But, you know, with, you know, bug, dark, and steel are, you know, quite good against them. And bugs in general will not be, you know, useless. They're still useless, but not too useless now, but they're still kind of useless. So Psychic is a good type, but now there's a lot more counters to it. If we were talking like Gen 1, definitely S tier for Psychic types, but now they're like high B, they're pretty good. Ice types, I like to say A. I like ice types, they're really cool. Ha, pun, wow. But it's like, ice types are good. They're good against grass, bugs, rocks. I think they're also good against ground and flying. I don't know if I'm good against ground, but I could be wrong about that, but they're good against them. Only problem with ice types, they just have so many weaknesses to other typings. Like, they got like a lot of weaknesses to typings, but they do kind of like, you know, the main dragon types. And ice types, I just like them because, you know, ice types are just very useful help. Also, for freezing opponents and ice type moves in general are just really powerful, and I like ice types. Dragon types, I normally don't use dragons, honestly. Problem with dragon types for me is they're always too high level. And even when I use dragon types, I don't really, you know, I only use them because they're strong. That's the thing about dragon types, they're strong, but they're not, like, good. But if there was, like, an easy dragon type I could level up and use, I would probably use it. So I'll put it in, like, B. Dark types, I'm gonna put in B as well. Dark types are good against psychic types, and dark is a pretty good typing, but in my opinion, I don't really use that much the dark types, but I think I use them more than electric and flying though. Steel, I like steel types. I think steel is a good type because it's the bulk. It's bulky. Okay, it's good against counters, and it's good against fairy types. Who fairy types are good, basically. And in general, I always liked having a steel type on my team because steel typing is just a good typing. Fairy typing is B. I think fairy is good because it counters dragons, even though ice exists, but ice type Pokemon are not the best in general. So fairies countering dragons finally is good, and fairies in general are a pretty good typing. If you could have a fairy on your team, I would recommend it just to kill dragon type Pokemon because basically like every early game, basically like nearly end game, there's always like a dragon boss fight or like a little dragon type Pokemon at the end of the game. So whack a fairy at the end of the game on your team, and you should be good for that. But this is my opinion of all the types, and this is, I think I like this list. I think if I had to choose the worst typing, in my opinion, would be rock types. I just, other than late game, they're not good, and you always get them like around like the second gym, and I don't use rock types other than maybe with ground. But my team types is ghost, water, poison, ground, steel, and ice. Pretty good typings in my opinion. And then I think I agree with this list. I think this list is good. I think I might bump up bug, because I forgot how bugs are kind of useful now, and I might bump down electric a bit. Bump down electric, move bug up. Might bump. No, I think that's fine. I think this is good. I think I might honestly bump down flying, because I don't use flying either really, but flying is still decent. Big Dark Horse. Yeah, but I think this is a good list. This is my opinion. If you disagree with my opinion, that's fine. You can mention in the comments and you recommend. And what's your favorite typing? It's if my least favorite typing is down with the C tiers, I'm sorry about that. You know, that's my opinion, not yours. My opinion. You can say your opinions in the comments below, and I'll see you all next time. And also, Merry Christmas as well, because I forgot to say that at the start of the video. Have a good day, everyone. Bye. Well, early Christmas, but goodbye, everyone.